Hello, my name is Marcus Samson from Biorius. At Biorius, we do cosmetic product registration in Europe. The aim of this video is to help you to select the right EU regulatory service provider. You may have requested some quotes from different suppliers, providers, and you may be totally lost. This is usual. Don't worry, the purpose of this video is to make it clear to you, to give you insider information about this industry, about this market. You can, first of all, you can compare a car, the EU regulation with a car. The body of the car can be your product label. The license plate can be your EU responsible person. The frame of the car can be your documents, the dossier, safety assessments, safety reports, and so on. All these documents that are mandatory to legally market your product in Europe. In the industry, there's three types of providers. There's, first of all, those who say they are expert and believe they are expert. Second, there's those who are using some contractors that you are aware of or not. And finally, there's the real expert that know the business and know the regulatory affair. To explain about this first type of provider, those who believe they are a regulatory expert. For example, one of our customers received a quote from such provider that was suggesting to do regulatory work that were not mandatory to be done in Europe. For example, in that quote, there was to do the verification of certificate of free sale. Certificate of free sale has no value in Europe. There's no need to do that verification. They were suggesting to do translation of the product dossier. The product dossier rarely have to be translated as long as it's written in one of the 24 European languages. And if it comes, you will have time to make the translation in due time. Another example was to do safety report or safety assessments or product dossier on a light form very quickly, which is incomplete. So an incomplete document will not stand EU control, and you will be exposed to problem related to that. So in summary, you will be paying small amount of money, but not for the right thing, not for the mandatory work that are needed in Europe. Let's talk about the second type of providers, those who are using some contractors. In such a business case, you will have a lot of problems if your product are found wrong, or if your documents are found wrong. Let me explain. You give the order, your brand, you give the order to the service provider. They will be giving part of the work to subcontractors, maybe one or two, to do the safety reports, safety assessments, dossier, and so on. And also, they may be using a third party for the EU responsible person. So in such case, if you have a control, you will be in an endless loop of discussion, because each of these parties will be throwing their responsibility to the other party. This brings me to explain about a typical scenario that is applying to the first type and second type of providers. The first type was those who believe they are expert, and also for those who are using some contractors. First of all, your product can be controlled because your label may be obviously not compliant. In that control, the EU officer will see that your documents are not complete, not compliant. They will request that your product be withdrawn while you fix this matter, or for good, forever. And you will be legally bound to inform your EU distributors that that you have to withdraw your products from European market. This is a very bad news to inform your distributor. Of course, the distributors will be very frustrated. They will be losing trust in your brand, and eventually, if this is too long, they will simply stop selling your product and selling the products from other brands which are compliant. So you will be, overall, you will be losing time, you will be frustrated, losing money, losing business opportunities, losing the trust of your distribution network that you may have spent years and a lot of money to develop. This can be vanish overnight. So these are the risks that are involved in using those two first type of service provider. When you receive a quote with different pricing, different services offering, it is very hard for you to understand and to foresee what are the impact of your decision. So this is why we are doing this video, to help you to make the right decision. Let's talk about the third type of providers, those who are serious experts, such as Biorius. When you place your order to Biorius, all the work is done in-house by our own staff. There's no subcontracting. Also, we do offer the EU responsible service person after July 2013. If you're using another provider that will eventually stop offering this service, it is because they are doing work which are poor quality, and that will not they will not be willing to take the risk of being your EU responsible person after July 2013. So at Biorius, everything is made in-house by our own team. If there's any problem with the product or the quality of the work, we are the only responsible party. We are liable to all the work we do because we know it's well done. Also, there's just one way to do the registration in Europe. There's just one law, one way to do things. There's no 2 or 3 different ways. So when you compare quotes, just be aware about this. Of course, there's a cost related to that, and we are very sensitive to offer you the best price possible while maintaining always our high quality of professional work. This is why Biorius has invested about $500,000, $500,000 in an internet interface that will be helping us to reduce the time and accordingly the cost to you to do the work. So this interface will allow us to have great pricing while maintaining the high quality and doing the work perfectly. In conclusion, I hope this video has helped you to understand the pitfalls that you are exposed to when you're receiving different quotes and trying to compare which one is right for you. It is not obvious. This is some insider information from the industry which we're giving you today to make sure you make the right decision. Looking forward to talk to you soon. 418-569-3230 or by email at markmrc@biorius.com. Looking forward to talk to you soon.